Have you ever wondered why certain situations just leave you feeling anxious, triggered, completely overwhelmed? What if I told you that these reactions might be signs of unresolved trauma silently shaping your life? Trauma, whether from childhood or generational trauma, can leave lasting imprints on your life today. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 common signs that unresolved trauma is still affecting you today. And more importantly, what you can do to heal and overcome the influences of your unresolved trauma that impact you today. Many people are unaware that the struggles and the challenges faced today are rooted in their unresolved trauma. So, what are these 5 common signs that you have unresolved trauma? The first sign of unresolved trauma is hypervigilance. If you consistently feel on edge or are constantly scanning your environment for potential threats, this is a sign of unresolved trauma. Your body is stuck in a fight or flight response, even when there's no immediate danger. And it can be exhausting, and it could interfere with your ability to relax and just enjoy your life. And the second sign of unresolved trauma is emotional reactivity. Do you find yourself constantly emotionally triggered? This could be feelings of anger, sadness, or even panic that is just disproportionate to the situation. And these reactions, they stem from unresolved emotional wounds that resurface in response to present-day experiences. For example, a minor disagreement with a friend might lead to a full-blown argument, or a critical comment at work might send you into a spiral of self-doubt and anxiety. The third sign of unresolved trauma is chronic anxiety and persistent feelings of fear. This can manifest as constant worry about the future, catastrophizing, or a general feeling of unease that you just can't shake off. And this chronic state of anxiety can affect your ability to concentrate, make decisions, and enjoy your life. The fourth sign of unresolved trauma are physical symptoms like unexplained aches, pains, or chronic conditions like headaches, stomach issues, and other physical issues that can often be traced back to your unresolved trauma. And that's because the body holds on to stress and tension from past traumatic experiences, which can manifest in all kinds of physical symptoms. The fifth sign of unresolved trauma is difficulty forming healthy relationships. Trust issues, fear of intimacy, and patterns of self-sabotage in relationships. You might find yourself going from anxious and avoidant attachment styles, either clinging too tightly to others or pushing them away in order to avoid getting hurt. You might also struggle with setting boundaries, expressing your needs, or trusting others to support you. This is by no means an exhaustive list of signs of unresolved trauma, but just some common ones to look out for. So, what can you do about the impacts of your unresolved trauma? Well, the first step is awareness. Acknowledge that these signs might be connected to traumatic past experiences is important. And then become aware of your emotional triggers and self-sabotaging behavior patterns that show up as maladaptive coping mechanisms from your unresolved trauma. When traumatic experiences occur, intense emotions associated with them can become trapped in your body and remain unresolved. These trapped emotions can later resurface in response to triggers that are reminders of the original traumatic event when they became trapped in the first place, leading to intense emotional reactions in the present day. And the beliefs that you formed about yourself and the world in response to the trauma can negatively influence and shape your thoughts and behaviors and perceptions, leading to self-sabotaging behavior patterns. These unresolved emotions and limiting beliefs linked to the wounds of your unresolved trauma are subconscious blocks that are at the root of your present-day emotional triggers and self-sabotaging behavior patterns. So how do you overcome these emotional triggers and behavior patterns and the subconscious blocks that are driving them? If you've been watching any of my previous videos, then you've already heard me talk about a groundbreaking energy healing method called the emotion code, body code, and belief code, where you can tap into the subconscious mind using muscle testing to find and release the unresolved emotions and the limiting beliefs that are at the root of your behavior patterns and emotional triggers. It is by far the best method that I've come across in all of my years of training in various healing and personal development tools and techniques to heal and overcome self-sabotaging behavior patterns and emotional triggers. Using just the emotion code technique alone, you can find and release the trapped emotions at the root of your specific behavior patterns and triggers. And you can learn to do this technique on your own with just the emotion code book by Dr. Bradley Nelson, which I've linked in the description below. As well as I have a free PDF guidebook, which is an intro on the emotion code, which I've also linked in the description below. And to work on your deeper limiting beliefs that are at the root of your triggers and patterns will require the more advanced levels of this energy healing modality, which you can't learn to do with a book like the emotion code, and will need to work with a trained practitioner like myself, or you can decide to get certified and do this work on your own. You can check out some of the other previous videos that I did that goes deeper on this topic of overcoming your emotional triggers and your self-sabotaging behavior patterns, which I've also linked in the description below. Know that you can overcome the negative impact of your unresolved trauma and that it doesn't have to hold you back anymore. And that this healing method is a powerful approach that's profoundly changed my life and the lives of those that I work with, and I know that it can help you too. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you don't miss out on any new content like this to help you heal, get unstuck, and live as your highest self.